a very interesting question is how do OTAs, online travel agencies, make money? And take a look. Airlines provide 44% of the booking volume on the major online travel agencies. And this 44%, typically the OTAs receive zero commissions, zero payment on behalf of the airlines. The booking revenue is 10% only because still somewhere in the world, especially Asia Pacific, and that's in China, in Europe, some small airlines that still exist in Europe, still paying commissions to the wholesalers, to the online travel agencies. So that's why we're seeing 10% revenue there. But typically for North America, this would have been zero. So because this is worldwide, this would have been zero. So just imagine the Fairmont Queen Elizabeth Hotel that doesn't charge even a dime 44% of your guests. Just imagine, that's the picture that we see here. So for 44% of your guests that you service, you have to smile to, you have to make their rooms, you have to feed them, you have to be nice to them. You don't charge them even a dime. That's what's happening here. So 44% of every transaction on an online travel agency website is for airlines that don't pay the OTAs even a dime. Car rental, 7%, similar story. Packages, 17% of the booking revenue and approximately 19% of booking volume and 90% of booking revenue. And look at hotels. 30% of all of their booking volume comes from hotels, but 60% of their revenue. So de facto, hotels are allowing the online travel agencies to stay alive. Simple as that. If you remove this segment here, you will see that Expedia would be out of business a long time ago. Orbit, similar story. Travelocity, similar story. And the main reason here is that hospitality is very fragmented. There are different stakeholders. You have ownership groups, you have management companies, you have major brands, quite often with conflicting interests, misaligned interests, and again, a lot of fragmentation in the industry, and that's the main reason why the online travel agencies are taking advantage of the industry. This is a snapshot of the last filing, SEC filing. Expedia is a public company. Hotels provide 66% of the revenue for Expedia. Advertising and media, 12%. Air, 10%. And car rental packages and cruises, 12%. So 66% of their revenue comes from Expedia. For Expedia comes from the hospitality industry. And here is the result of this, I would say, over-dependence of hospitality on the online travel agencies. Here's the result. The leakage, we call it the leakage, it was coined by Smith Travel Research back in 2003. And they projected for the first time that in 2003, this abnormally high commission that the online travel agencies are charging the industry, the hospitality industry, will exceed $1 billion for the first time. This year, this leakage will be $5.4 billion. So $5.4 billion will go in the form of commissions, of merchant commissions, of markups, of abnormally high payment, if you will, to the online travel agencies that are coming from the hospitality industry. And this is something that definitely the industry has to take note and has to do something about. So there comes the direct online channel and the need for the industry, and again, I'm talking about hospitality in this case, but any of the stakeholders, if you will, in the tourism industry should really consider that the direct online channel is the main way to go. Definitely, the direct online channel should become the centerpiece of the marketing strategy for the industry. The direct online channel reduces dependence on online travel agencies, prevents brand and price erosion, definitely is the most cost-effective distribution channel. But the most important thing is it allows hotels to own the customer. Because here's what happens in a true Expedia, for example. I'm giving Expedia because Expedia owns has 50% market share in North America, in the online travel agency marketplace. So they're the big villain, if you will, in this case. When you make a reservation on Expedia, let's say for a hotel in Montreal, Expedia sends you a thank you note, confirmation, thank you note, and then suggests, by the way, why don't you try, we have this city tour, we have this restaurant, we have this whatever theater performance and so forth. And then before arrival, they send you another email, or pre-arrival email, that again, they suggest certain things, and certain things that they suggest that you buy from them. After you stay, they send you a post-stay email that tells you, by the way, thank you for staying at a Expedia hotel, but they don't even mention the name of the hotel, the Fairmont. Thank you for staying at the Expedia hotel in Montreal. And then you become automatically part of the weekly email, which is very custom made to where you live and what are your preferences. And every week they offer you new different offers out of, let's say, New York City. They know that I prefer LaGuardia Airport versus JFK Airport. And then a year after my initial reservation, they come and they say, oh, last year, same time you planned your family vacation with us. Isn't it time for you to plan, your next trip for your family? And here are the options. And the options, Montreal doesn't even exist there, because it depends on what are these locations, hotels, deals that Expedia makes most money from at this particular moment.